You're listening to the Armchair GM Sports Network.
This is Rod Mahood, your in-game voice of the Niagara IceDogs, and you're listening to the Dog Pound Podcast on the Armchair GM Sports Network, your podcast source for all game analysis, team interviews, and up-to-date news regarding the Niagara IceDogs.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Landon Cato. I'm here at the Niagara IceDogs Training Camp on behalf of the Armchair GM Sports Network and the Dog Pound Podcast, and I am pleased to be joined today once again by the head coach of the Niagara IceDogs, Mr. Billy Burke. Billy, first of all, how did it feel to be back out? I know you weren't on the ice coaching today, but you were coaching, from a distance. Just what were your general thoughts on the competition level today, the intensity, and just the overall compete level of the guys?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Brandon. It's first of all, it's great to be back. Great to be back with you guys. I know it's hard to find content, but I thought you guys did a great job over the break. So, congratulations to you guys. Your hard work certainly goes noticed on our end for sure. The players, they're similar. It's as a staff, we've been very excited. The depth of the camp has really shown through. Every team, free agents have been extremely impressive. The goaltending has been incredibly deep. We asked guys, we stressed second efforts before we started, and you're really seeing a ton of it. You're seeing a couple little things that we mentioned to guys. They're taking it to heart. They're carrying out there. So for the first full day of camp, I couldn't be more excited.
And as far as the strategy, was there something that went into the way that you guys structured the groupings? I noticed that there were, a couple younger groups with a few veteran guys, was that kind of your game plan to kind of mix things up, or was it just putting together four groups that were going to be competitive on the ice?
Yeah, we certainly wanted to try and do our best to get the teams as balanced as possible, and I think Brandon Curry did a great job of that. He was the guy that really put the teams together, and we do some tinkering as a staff, but definitely trust Brandon, and I think he did a great job. I know from experience it can be tough putting training camp teams together. Sometimes you never quite know, but I've really loved every game. There's been a lot to be impressed about, and it's good to see that each game, either team could win is playing well.
And obviously, what were you hoping as a coaching staff, you and your coaches, to get out of the players for this week? And just kind of general thoughts on what you want them to take away from this week. What are you hoping to get out of them? And is there anything you're trying to instill in them right now that's going to take them, or that they're going to take with them to the next step, hopefully, with the IceDogs here?
For sure. I think the number one thing that I want every player to leave here with is a positive experience. I want, if it's a guy who leaves tomorrow or a returning player that'll be here all season, I want everyone to have a positive experience and leave here, feeling good about themselves and as a better player. So, I think we can do that by the way we treat the players off the ice, the way we communicate with them, regardless of who it is, make sure we're giving feedback, honest feedback. But really, in terms of this environment, structurally, there were a few things we're showing, but we're certainly not going to beat their heads in with anything. We want to see a lot of natural instincts, see how these guys make plays. I told them first day, don't be afraid to make a mistake. It's a game of mistakes, but we want to see that second effort. We want to see that inner dog, see the fight in the inner dog. So, I've been very impressed. Guys are blocking shots, sliding to break up plays. If a guy does happen to make a mistake, he's jamming on the brakes and getting back. So, I'm very impressed with the guys. I think it's a mature group, and I got to say I'm impressed with the returning players. They've really taken leadership roles. They aren't letting a single player fall through the cracks here, no matter who it was. So, just incredible maturity from the older guys, and excited.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up and touch on quickly just the fact that you had two draft classes coming in at the same time. That's got to be a lot of pressure for those young kids coming in, not knowing what to expect. What did you think of the two draft classes coming in? It's a very unique situation with the pandemic. How do you think that they handled that? And what are you guys gonna kind of look for in the next couple of days with their development?
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. You nailed it, Brandon. It's a difficult situation for these guys to come in. You know, they're expected to perform. You know, they're expected to do all these things. And, you know, I think 99% of them have done that. You know, it's hard being the young guy in this league, but they're making plays, they're taking hits. I'm watching 16, 17-year-old guys take big hits, pop up, and go hit that guy right back. So I love seeing that. It's all in respect. It's all within the rules. And it's great to see. Just the present is bright, and the future is even brighter. So great job by Joey and the scouting staff to bring a just tremendous group of players.
Tucker, what did it feel like to, one, be back on the ice here in Niagara, and two, to be back here in general?
It feels great, you know, just really looking forward to the year, just getting back into games. It's hopefully going to be a great season.
So what did it feel like? I mean, there was 2 draft classes coming in at the same time. Just what did you think of the compete level out there from the young kids? And was there anything that you kind of tried to relay to them, especially the goalies, about this kind of week and how this training camp can be a grind?
Yeah, you know, I thought they played really good. Actually, really surprised me by a couple of them that were actually really solid, like fast, just, you know, can shoot the puck. It's just really great to see.
And how did you feel personally getting back out on the ice? Do you feel great? Do you feel like there was any rust that you had to shake off? Or because you've been going through, you know, USA development camp and things like that, it just felt like another game for you?
Yeah, you know, it's just felt like another game. Just got to, you know, do your best. Just it's all you can control.
Perfect. Tucker, thanks so much. And again, I know I speak for all of Niagara. It's great to have you back here, and we look forward to a hero's return that first night here at the Meridian Center with a packed house. So pleasure to have you back, and it's great to talk to you.
Awesome to be back. Thank you.
Here with returning player Landon Cato, number 2. Landon, it's been a long time since you've been in the Meridian Center playing a game. What was that like for you out there? Again, I know it's just just 4 groups going at it, but just what did it feel like to be back out there, and just what was it like to finally be playing in some meaningful hockey?
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It's been, I think, like almost 18 months since we've been back. And, yeah, like words can't even describe how it felt stepping back on the M Center's ice. And I think the players we have and the pace of the camp right now, it's just been amazing, and I'm so happy for the season to start. I think we're going to be one of the sneakiest, best teams in the league, and I think people are going to have to watch out for us when they see us opening night. I think we have a squad for sure.
What did you think of the competition level? Obviously, with 2 draft classes coming in at the same time, there's a lot of guys fighting for not a lot of roster spots, more than ever, really, because we've never seen 2 draft classes come in at the same time. As one of the veteran guys, what have you seen from these rookies? Have you liked the intensity? Have you liked the compete level, and kind of making you guys step up as well as the veterans?
Yeah, no, for sure. These rookies coming in, the confidence on them and the skill on them is unreal. Seeing some of these kids play out there, to think that they're 05s and 04s is just insane. And I think they've stepped up and done really well so far. And I think camp's been a battle, and I think all the guys trying for spots. I think there's enough spots open and people trying for it. I think it's going to work out. I think we're going to have a good team.
Is there anybody in particular that really impressed you today? Obviously, you're one of the veterans on the back end, you know, watching a lot of the young skill up front today. Was there anybody on any team, or maybe even your own squad, that really impressed you with the way that they showed that they could be a part of this team going forward?
Yeah, I know for sure. Well, I have Pano Fimis on my team. Kid's pretty good. Pretty easy to play with. So, yeah, I think he's going to be a good player for us. I think Alec Leonard, too, on the back end for us. I think he's really skilled defenseman, can skate really well, and I think he does great things with the puck. He's a tough kid. So I think all the additions we made this year, I think Joey and Billy and all the scouting staff did an amazing job this year and last year with the draft. And I think they put us in the best position to be a good team and compete and do well this year.
And on a personal note, you're going to be attending Toronto Maple Leafs development camp. Just what's that moment going to be like for you? But you can't really look past this camp because it's still something that you have to get through here. Just how much are you looking forward to that, but trying to stay in the moment as well and do what you have to do here as one of the veterans? Yeah,
no, for sure. I think this camp, I'm for sure all in for this one right now, but as soon as this is over, I think I'm going to get ready for camp. I think it's a great way to get me ready. The energy out there is great, but I think going to Leafs camp, it's a great accomplishment. I'm really happy, but I'm ready to work down there. I'm going down there and giving it my all and hope for the best.
And what are you kind of expecting from the next couple of days here, personally and as a group here? Do you just expect the intensity to be ramped up even more tomorrow, and then going into Thursday night with hopefully a decent crowd that shows up for the two squads that are basically going to be set at that point? Just what are you expecting from the rest of camp, and what are you guys hoping to take from it?
Yeah, no, the buzz around the Thursday night game is going to be crazy. I think the intensity is just going to be raised even more each day. I think as it comes down to the cuts, I think guys are just going to keep going even harder, and I think it's going to be great. I think the black and white game is going to be unreal, and I think it's going to be a blast to be in front of crowd again, show Niagara what we have this year.
And lastly, on a joking level here, Jake, your birdie looked pretty good out there today.
I mean, it's yoga, eh?
I was going to ask you, do you think that it had something to do with that yoga routine he had going on in quarantine? I know you and Hippo Howard weren't really feeling that he was kind of telling the truth on that, but he definitely showed on the ice today that maybe he was doing the yoga. What did you think of that?
Yeah, so we had a couple workouts, and he came in with like a new roller. It's his big thing, like a roller that like he can turn on and stuff. So I guess now he's trying to take a part in this recovery thing to show me and Howie that he's kind of a big recovery guy. So hopefully me and him can do yoga one day, and we'll see how it goes.
I'm here with the general manager of the Niagara IceDogs, Mr. Joey Burke. Joey, how do you think the compete level's been so far today, and just the intensity right out of the gate?
Yeah, you know what? I think it's been unbelievable. Honestly, you can tell these guys have had 17 months off, and they're playing like it. I mean, they're hungry, they're pesky out there, they're working hard, the physicality's at a high level, and really as a group, we couldn't be more impressed with what we've seen.
Was there kind of a strategy with how you wanted to put the groups together, or was that just kind of, draw them out of a hat type thing? I know that I've seen that Andrew McLean has really been vocal back there with his group. He's got a really young group there on Team Black. Was that done by design, or was it just kind of how it fell?
Yeah, you know what, a little bit of both, more so by design, and we certainly tried to make them as even as possible, but I mean, anytime, as we all know, in training camp environments, it's always hard to exactly predict how everyone will mesh together and how the lines will work and all that kind of stuff, so we certainly tried to make it as even as possible, but at the end of the day, if we have to make some tweaks going in tomorrow, we might, but really it's been pretty consistent so far, so we've been happy.
And what does it feel like to have some people back in the building again? It's not full, we've got some people here watching the training camp live here. What has that been like, just seeing some people and having the guys play some meaningful games on the ice in front of some fans?
Yeah, you know what, it's unbelievable, and really, as you alluded to, even though they're kind of few and far between right now given the circumstances, it's exciting to see, and it's not just the parents here. There's some of the great fans have come out to check it out and have really been coming up to me to tell me they're excited at how these young guys look. So, I mean, really, from our end, we're over the moon that we're finally at the point where this has become a reality for us, and really, just can't wait to keep watching the numbers go up and up and up for us.
Yep, hopefully we see more at the Meridian Center. And last one for you, Joey. I know without getting in specific players like we always ask you here, not to put you on the spot, but just in general, what are you kind of expecting from these couple of days from the players? What would you like to see out of them, and what are you hoping that they take from this, not just on the ice, but off the ice as well?
Yeah, well, you know what, really just to embrace it, enjoy the whole process. We've got a large number of free agents here who really, we've all been talking as a group, have continued to impress as the day's gone on. So really, it could be the best free agent class we've ever had at a camp. It definitely is the best goaltending group we've ever had at camp. I mean, all 8 of these guys look tremendous. And then really, to see individually Pano Fimis and Juan Copeland and what those guys are doing right out of the gate here is incredibly exciting. So really, as a group, just continue to work hard, continue to keep the head up. And again, it's a bit of a grind this week. So really, we're proud of the way the guys are handling it and expect them to do the same tomorrow.
Thanks, Joey. We'll talk to you again very soon, I'm sure.
Perfect. No, my pleasure anytime.